That was Force of Nature Extended, and of course Mother Nature on our side here in the city center of Toronto. I'm Krissy Vann in for Kevin Yard, where I am getting a sneak peek at the 65th Canadian International Air Show happening this weekend, where 1.4 million visitors will take to the CNE grounds and watch magic take place in the skies. In addition to that, I am actually going up in that plane that you see behind me. It's an Antonov AN2. It's the world's largest single-engine biplane at this year's show. And I'm going to be going up in the sky. In addition to that, getting a harness and hanging over the edge, doors open. So keep it tuned right here at the Weather Network. As for temperatures right now, heading in the upwards of the single digits into the teens, getting up to 14 degrees. We do have pleasant sunny skies, the perfect day to take to the sky. It is a gorgeous day in the city center, and we're gearing up for the Canadian International Air Show. And I'm joined by Gary, who actually is about to have my life in his hands. What are we doing up there, Gary?
Okay, what we're doing up there is we're going to go flying in this Antonov, beautiful old Russian airplane. And you're going to be in the open doorway so you can get some good shots. And I will be putting you in a harness and tethering you down to something that won't break if you fall out.
Excellent. Well, that's my reassuring news. You're going to come along for the ride with me. I'm taking the GoPro. So beautiful conditions here, sunny skies, temperatures ranging between 9 and 14 degrees. Up and away we go. See you on the other side. Lots of sunshine out here in the city center. We're gearing up for the Canadian International Air Show. It's in its 65th year, but I'm going to be heading up to the sky with Lee. You are my pilot. What am I in store for today?
Well, we're going to take you up in this Antonov 2, world's largest single-engine biplane. It's an airplane that's rather iconic. Chris Hadfield has termed it an iconic aircraft because he's actually flown them in Russia. The airplane is designed in 1947, but the last production was in 2005. And this aircraft is a 1995. It's actually one of the newer ones on the field. And I think you'll find that it's going to be a nice flight. It's very smooth. We have all the amenities inside the aircraft for you, reclining seats, and we have a toilet and a bar if you're interested. And I think you'll probably enjoy the flight. It's quite smooth. It's like being in an airliner, actually. And it's actually relatively quiet in the back.
Excellently. I'm looking forward to it. See, I chose wisely. One of the newer planes, and it even has a bar.
See, that's what I would have to do.
That was Force of Nature Extended. I'm at the Canadian International Air Show. We're getting a sneak peek for the 65th annual. I'm actually going to be going up in this Antonov AN2 that you see behind me and harnessing myself so that I can literally stand in the open doorway. I want to describe to you how I'm feeling right now. You're heading up the roller coaster. Tick, 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 tick. That is the moment right there where there's no turning back. You're looking down and ready for the rush. So we're heading there really shortly up to the sky. We'll be taking you along for the ride with the GoPro, and I'll let you know how it went when my feet are firmly planted back on the ground.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us here on the Weather Network. It's Friday. It's the 29th of August, and Krissy Vann, who is in for Kevin Yard today, is up in that airplane. She is going to be using her GoPro camera to show us exactly what she is seeing from the air.
The Pitts is a nice, lovely aerobatic aircraft as well. Krissy.
Yeah, Krissy decided that she would like to take part in the air show and get up in the air, and that's her in that plane right now. She is actually in that aircraft. She was very nervous and quite anxious to get up there.
That's true.
That was Force of Nature Extended. I'm happy to announce I survived. I was in the Antonov AN2, all part of the Canadian International Air Show. By far, one of the coolest experiences of my life. In fact, I actually hung outside the side of the plane over the CN Tower. I took the GoPro along for the ride, so I'm going to be able to share that footage with you later on the Weather Network. But absolutely incredible. Now, for the air show, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to go up, but I certainly encourage you to attend. It's throughout the Labor Day long weekend. Showtimes start at 1 p.m., and it is the 65th anniversary. So some incredible tricks to see. You have to come down to the CNE grounds to check it out. Well, it's not every day that you get to stand next to an aviation legend, but look at this. Here I am, joined by Mike Wiskus. Mike, tell me a little bit about what we'll see from you at the 65th Canadian International Air Show.
Well, you're going to see some things that an airplane isn't supposed to do. You're going to see it tumble end over end. You're going to see us right down in the water, upside down, pushing out inverted, but it's going to be really noisy. It's going to be a lot of smoke. and it's just going to be plain fun. It's just going to be a lot of fun.
And really quickly, I know we do have the risk of pop-up thunderstorms, so what are your thoughts on that heading into the weekend?
Rain's not going to bother us at all. You know, low ceilings are what affect us. If there's some rain, you're going to see us out there. We're going to be flying. Just bring your umbrella, smile, and enjoy the show.
Excellent. I love the advice there, Mike. And I got a sneak preview actually from above in the sky. Absolutely amazing. So make sure you come on out and check out the Canadian International Air Show this long weekend. It's been a beautiful morning in the city center of Toronto as we're gearing up for the Canadian International Air Show. I've been treated to a sneak peek, and right now I'm joined by Earl because I know that you're doing a tribute for the 100th anniversary of World War I and a great war flying museum. So tell me a little bit about that and what these aircraft will be doing.
Well, what we're going to try to do today, Krissy, is recreate what a dogfight might have looked like in the First World War. And as you mentioned, it is the 100th anniversary, and the mandate of our Great War Flying Museum is really to keep the sights and sounds of First World War aviation alive.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Earl. There's some great things to see at the Canadian International Air Show this weekend on all long weekend, so make sure you come on out and check it out.
Krissy, you've already been up in the air. Now you're back on the ground. How was it?
It was one of the most phenomenal experiences of my life. I went up in the Antonov AN2, which you can see at the Canadian International Air Show this weekend. It is the 65th anniversary. Lots of great events to check out at the CNE grounds. But for myself, the experience, amazing. We actually opened up the door and I basically hung out the side of the airplane while flying around the CN Tower. I have all the GoPro footage to prove it to you, and I'm sure you'll be able to check it online at theweathernetwork.com later on today.
Brave. Honestly, you couldn't pay me enough money to do that.
Well, you know what, Emily? I was in good hands here with Lee. He's my new best friend, my pilot, who got me down to the ground safely. But Lee, I do want to ask, with the Canadian International Air Show this weekend, we do have the risk of thunderstorms. How would that impact you participating in the show?
Well, basically, it depends on the nature of the thunderstorm, whether it's right over the airport, over the show. Normally, you won't fly in a thunderstorm. The air is very turbulent. You can have some downdrafts, perhaps hail, rain. But I don't think we're going to have a problem this weekend. And if we do, they can have some short delays in the show. The thunderstorms that come through here usually pass through within 20 minutes to half an hour. So I think we'll be fine.
Excellent, Lee. We hope that Mother Nature does cooperate for the Canadian International Air Show this weekend.
Today on the morning show, if you missed it, Hurricane Week continues here at the Weather Network. And today we take a look back at Katrina. 9 years ago, it slammed into Louisiana as a Category 4 hurricane. Krissy Vann took to the skies and, well, checked out the CN Tower from above.
I survived. By far, one of the coolest experiences of my life.
Kasia Badurka was also up in the air, but she was in a hot air balloon.
Today I get to knock something off my bucket list. We come to you from the skies of Southern Ontario.
We talked about the weekend forecast, to the heat and the humidity that's going to sizzle. Join us again Tuesday for your first day of school.